What is up, everybody? So I had a couple people ask me for a build tutorial on my latest ship that I posted, so we are going to jump right into that. A couple of things that I do want to point out. This is a C-class ship, so you will need your piloting rank at rank 4, so maxed. Some of the parts also require Starship Design rank 4, so you will need that as well, and some parts are level locked. So I'll go ahead and say I think you have to be at least a level 60 to get some of these parts. So if you're not there, I do apologize. This ship uses 3 different parts. Parts from Nova Galactic, Stroud Eklund, and Deimos. So as for the Nova parts, you can get them at your outpost, or you can get them anywhere that has Nova parts. And then some parts you will have to go to Stroud Eklund for. Some parts you will have to go to Deimos for. I am going to go ahead and apologize in advance. I am kind of sick at the moment, so if you hear any sniffling, anything like that, I do apologize. And I also apologize if this is an absolute shit show. This is my first time trying to do a build tutorial. I just kind of blew my ship up into bits and pieces so I can do a quick run through of everything to show you guys how I put it together. So let's jump right into it. So I used the Deimos 20.3 Cockpit, which I think you can get this just about anywhere that has Deimos parts. And then I took 6 2x1 halves, put them together. You can choose any kind of 2x1 halves that you want, just as long as there's 6 of them. And then I used a Deimos 2x3 mess hall. This one you will have to go to Deimos Star Yard to get, or you can just use 3 of these 2x1 halves in its place if you don't feel like using one of these big ones. We are going to grab all of these halves. We're going to snap that directly to the back of our cockpit. And then we can move on to our next set of halves. So these halves right here, you're going to need 3 more 2x1s and 1 more 2x3, or 3 2x1s in its place. Grab these. These are going to snap directly underneath those. Now, that space in the middle that you saw on those bottom halves, that is where your reactor and your grav drive are going to go. So I went with the Apollo GB300 grav drive. That is going to snap in right there. And the SF40 sheared flow reactor, that is going to snap directly in front of it. Then we can move on to trying to hide those. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our Deimos 120 landing bay, and that is going to go directly in front of your reactor on the very bottom of your halves. And then we can take this Deimos belly right here. It's going to go directly under your cockpit, but as you can see, it does not want to snap in right there. So we're going to use the snap glitch. We're going to flip it, and hit cancel. As you can see, it is now snapped in place, good to go. I used 2 of the Deimos braking engines. These are going to go directly in the front on your top set of halves. And then we can move on to our landing gears. So for the landing gears, I had to go to Deimos and get these. It's the 320 CB landing gear. I used 3 of them on each side, and they are going to go on the very bottom of your second set of halves, and you are going to place these all the way in the rear. That will leave 1 space directly in front of them for this Deimos Skeg A. It's going to snap directly in front, just to kind of give it a clean look in front of your landing gears. We're going to do that on both sides. We're going to grab our skeg and our 3 landing gears. We're going to scoot them right over here into place, scoot them all the way back. And then we can move on to our fuel tanks. So for the fuel tanks, I went with the H40 Atlas tanks because they have a 550 fuel level on them, which is nuts for how small these things are. And those landing gears that you just placed, you're gonna go inside of your skeg. You're gonna go back one. As you can see, it is sitting inside of that landing gear. So we're gonna use the snap glitch once again. We're gonna flip it, and hit cancel. So now those fuel tanks are in place. They're nice and hidden. They don't stick out. So we can do the same thing with the other side. We're going to grab this fuel tank. We're going to slide it right there into the first landing gear. Flip it, cancel. And now it is snapped in place. Good to go. Now we can move on to our wings. So for this lower wing, you're going to take one of these Nova cowlings. Like I said, you can pretty much get these anywhere that carry Nova parts, including your outpost. And those are going to snap directly under your braking engines, right on the front of your habs. Do that on both sides. Now you can go to the outer portion of the wing. So I'm going to grab all of this at once because it is a few parts, and then I'll explain what they all are. So, as you can see, I have a Deimos Wing A starboard and a Deimos Wing B starboard. Those are going to snap right here to where they're sticking out of this Nova cowling. And then for your cargo, so I used 2 of the Galleon S201 cargo holds because they're, they hold quite a bit and they don't really stick out like a sore thumb. These are going to snap directly behind those wings you just placed. And then you can take these 2 wings right here and flip them and place that directly behind your cargo. So now you have your lower set of wings. We're going to grab these and do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. And now you can do your upper wings. So you're going to take another one of these Nova cowlings. You're going to snap it right on that outer top hab. Then you can take your Deimos Wing A, your Wing B. I took 2 of the Wing C's and threw them in there just to change it up a little bit for looks. And then flip your Wing B and your Wing A. Those are going to snap right in on the outside of your hab, like I said, to where this one is sticking out of the front of that Nova cowling. Take another one of your Nova cowlings, snap it right on the back of that hab. And then same thing for the other side. So we're just going to grab all of these and move them into place. And now you have your big ol' spider wings. So now we are going to move on to our shield and our docker. So these you're going to place on the very back of your habs. I used the Shroud Eklund Connect Pro top docker and the Assurance 1800 shield because it has a really high shield rating. I think this is the highest one that you can get. I'm not 100% for certain of that, but we're just going to place those 2 right here. And then you can grab your engines. So these engines, I'm not sure if these are level locked or not, but you do have to complete a mission for Walter Stroud to unlock these, and you will have to go to Stroud Eklund Shipyard to access them. I have 6 of them. We're going to take these, and they're going to snap directly to the back of our habs. As you can see, these top engines are sticking up a little bit, but we're getting ready to clean that up in just a minute. So, as you can see, I have 3 of these Nova cowlings. Now, these 2 are going to cover up your shields and your Docker. So we're going to take this first one right on top of your shields, and as you can see, it doesn't want to go there, so snap glitch. Flip it, snap it in place. Now your shields are hidden. Do the same thing for the Docker. Flip it, snapped in place. And then you can take your third one and snap it in place. You're good to go there. So now we're going to move on to the final piece, the spines. So I have 3 of these spines. I'll tell you what parts are made up of. This is a Deimos Spine B, another Spine B, Deimos Radiator, another Spine B, and then this very back one is a Spine C aft. So we're going to grab all of these. And this one goes directly behind your cockpit. So like I said, cockpit, Spine B, radiator, Spine B, Spine C, aft. And then for each side, you're going to have a Spine A4, a radiator, and another one of these Spine C afts. You're going to put that on each side. See if I can select this back one and move it into place. You're going to place both of those directly behind your braking engines just to kind of give it a good look. And then you can mount your weapons. So as you can see, I went with 3 of the MKE 9A auto Gauss guns. Put 1 on each Nova cowling and 1 directly in the middle. And then behind it, you can see that I used the Spine C aft because you can mount weapons on either side of it. So on either side, I went with the 300 alpha beams. I have 4 of those. And then directly on top of that Spine C, I have 3 of the 280 missile launchers. And now you're good to go. As you can see, it shows nominal, mobility 100. It has decent cargo space, good shields, good hull, and this thing does quite a bit of damage. So, if you liked my tutorial, drop a comment below. If you happen to build a ship like this or take any inspiration from it, please drop it in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.